Hello YouTube, Robert Alvarez, the Psychic Witch, also known as Mr. Lighting and a Fan. And yes, I have my lighting, I have my fan. How you doing? So I wanted to talk a little bit about, well look at Sekhmet, I love you Sekhmet, Sekhmet's so cute, oh my god she's so cute. You can tell I love cats, right? Anyway. So I wanted to talk about something that I had addressed in a previous video, and that is that working with Amy C. Wilson, the living creatrix, the living goddess and creatrix of the moon, serpent, and bone markets, as well as the owner of Otherworldly Waxes, I have become more in tune with the seasons through the different moon, serpent, and bone markets. And, you know, primarily, there are markets for Ostara, you know, for the vernal equinox. Well, let me rephrase that. In the northern hemisphere, the vernal equinox is the vernal equinox. In the southern hemisphere, it is the autumnal equinox. But in many magical traditions, the vernal equinox is known as Ostara. And then she has a summer solstice festival themed market. She has the Samhain markets, and she also has the Yule market. So, one of the things that I've noticed is that to be more in tune with the energies represented by those particular markets, I will use decks that correspond to those energies. For example, for this past March's Moon, Serpent, and Bone 6th Annual Ostara Night Market, I used, among other decks, the Ostara Tarot. For the Yuletide, for the Yule market last December, which was the 5th annual, I used, among other decks, the Yuletide Tarot. So when I work with these energies, when I appear at various moon, serpent, and bone markets, I'm tuning into the energies that those markets represent. And I'm certainly using decks that correspond to them, especially from a visual perspective. I remember I wasn't guided and led to do the Summer Solstice Festival this year, but I did one last year. And the decks that I used had bright colors, some had a summery theme, and I really love doing this. And I'm noticing that now more than ever, there are certain decks that I have on rotation outside of the moon, serpent, and bone markets, and I have those that are in rotation for the moon, serpent, and bone markets. In fact, I just did a video about some of the ones that I'm going to be having, that I'm going to have with me during October's ominous occasions. And you know what, Drake? I think we need to showcase Sekhmet a little bit more, because she looks so super cute, super cute. I mean, the cuteness is so super, I can't stand it, which is why I'm sitting down. Anyway, so I just wanted to say that, because I'm noticing that now more than ever, I'm really tuning into the energies of the seasons, the seasonal changes, and the different Sabbats of the Witch's Wheel of the Year. So these energies are definitely more on my mind, and I'm more present to them, and I'm more aware of them. You know, there's something that I do every year, and I've been doing it since I began living by myself, and that is I will change my shower curtain from one season to another. I have a shower curtain that's my summer shower curtain. And for summer, it's like it has seashells, and it has starfish, and it has fish, and it has a lot of blue, and it has a lot of white. So it has that connection to Cancer energy, the sun sign Cancer, as well as to the beach. And then for autumn, I have this burgundy red and golden shower, which has this beautiful burgundy red and like a burnished bronzy gold design on it. And it's so against the burgundy red that it's so autumny, that it has these rich autumn colors, the kinds of colors that one would see on leaves changing color. Isn't that right, Sekhmet? Or Durga? Isn't that right? No response from either one of them. Okay, that's fine. You just want to be pet. You just want to stare off into space. Or stare at me, Durga. That's fine. That's fine. But absolutely, it is something that I do that works really well for me. And it's a very subtle way of tuning into the changing seasonal energies for me. And of course, one could say that it's a witch tip. It really is not a witch tip. If you want to call it that, that's fine. I'm okay with that. But absolutely, it is just this very subtle way of tuning into the new energies coming in. And it's one thing that I enjoy doing. I definitely enjoy changing my shower curtains in response to the changing seasons. It's fun. It's something that I consider to be a bit of an idiosyncrasy. But anyway, so let me know in the comments how cute and how super cute Sekhmet is. Not that she needs any more validation, but she's going to get tons of validation from yours truly. And let me know what decks you use seasonally. Do you have certain decks that you only use for spring? Are there certain decks that you only use for, say, Valentine's Day? Are there certain decks that you would only use during Yule? Or, and that's another thing. I find that because of the visual representations of winter, I find myself being more drawn to using black and white decks when it's winter. So for Yule, I would have the Light and Shadow Tarot, and I would also have the Tarot of the Abyss. Black and white decks, no color on any of the cards at all. So yeah, so let me know what your favorite seasonal or holiday decks are. I'd be curious. And I know that it would probably mean that I'll probably buy more decks, and that's fine, because if I want to buy more decks, I'll buy more decks. Right? Right. As always, stay in tune with your intuition. Stay safe, stay well, stay hydrated, and stay tuned for the next video.